Let's talk about X-Men 97. 2 episodes dropped today. Speaking of the 90s, there's not much to talk about, really.
There isn't much to talk about.
Yeah. So I watched the last episode of X-Men before I watched the first 2 to see like how, because Beau DeMayo, who was fired a week before it came out, we still don't know why.
Did someone reach out to you and tell you what the reason might be? Because someone told me.
Let's hear it.
I'm a little afeared to say it.
Well, it's speculation.
I'll put it.
Okay.
Speculation.
I heard something. I'll just say that. But I mean, you don't know.
Did you hear something?
Yeah. Put it in the private chat. Let's see if it's
I'm going to put it in the private chat and see if we should even say this out loud. But I heard, and then I went and looked up this guy. He has more shirtless thirst trap pictures of himself than Eric Weber. It's just like,
whoa, you're kidding me.
No, but like,
I think Eric Weber posted 2 today.
Right. No, it's just like, it's like
Eric.
so many like shirtless, and you're like,
not really.
Okay, you're a guy who's like a producer and writer in animation. Why are you posting photos that makes it look like you do gay porn? I don't know if you saw the.
I think it fits with that, like what Disney Marvel thinks the X-Men is right now.
Yeah,
I like they have no idea what they're doing, obviously.
Right.
And so it doesn't jump directly from the end. Like there's actually a time jump, pretty significant time jump, like of months. So that whole shit, like it begins right where it left off. No, it's like, same year, maybe in the same year, but it's months later. And the trailer pretty much gives it away. Professor Xavier has passed. Actually, he's with the Shi'ar Empire out in space, kind of comatose. And so he's not like, he's officially dead on planet Earth, but he's not dead. And he gave the mansion to Magneto, overpassing Scott. And Jean Grey's pregnant. Storm has a mohawk, like all this stuff happened in the comics. Like all this stuff happened in the comics at some point. And it's just setting up the world pretty much. They have Trask in it. And they bring back the Sentinels a little bit. And it's just a big setup. And by the end, Storm loses her powers. There's still, by the way, I think 8 episodes to go. So, but it was just it was like, it's all right. I didn't feel super engrossed. It's very in line with a 90s cartoon that's made as basically a toy commercial that I remember that mirrored the comics that I liked. By the way, I was watching it when I was in my 20s. So, I liked it. I thought it was fine. It was fine. But here comes the but. They're planting little seeds. Like you saw in the trailer, the Daily Bugle come by and the X-Men Gala, and you're like, wait a minute. Didn't the 90s one end with like Magneto wanting to start a war? But he stopped it because Professor X died and time has passed. And now all of a sudden there's more mutant acceptance, but they still threw in the Mutant Gala, which is a very modern X-Men thing, which is super lame and super gay. So that was just there. It was just the Daily Bugle. They go into a club, a couple of girls kiss, and there's a lot of preach, like love who you want. There's a Magneto speech. Yeah.
There's a speech that Magneto gives to the UN where he basically just says, love whoever you want. Like it's one of those things where you can read. There's so many little things. I think I was DMing you and telling you some stuff I saw, but it's not overt. It's just there. So they gloss over it quickly so you don't notice it. So I'm not going to say it's complete trash. I actually like that they kept the 90s feel in terms of the animation style,
music,
the characters. Like, it's like, this is like, it is a pretty good continuation, but they've seeded all these little things with maybe a commentary about illegal immigration, maybe a little commentary about gay lifestyle, maybe a little, other commentary here and there. And it's like, it's there. But it's not, they could have been more overt with it, I guess. So but here's the deal. It's only I've seen the first 3 episodes. This is what Disney does, is I've noticed in almost every series, it's like first few episodes, like, all right, that's cool. Then you get into it, and then it goes off the rail.
It's the pattern with every D+ show from Marvel and Star Wars, which I've seen damn near every single one. Right? Yeah. I haven't seen the fucking Groot one, and I didn't watch Miss Marvel all the way through. Everyone else I've watched, and it's the same pattern. Reasonably fine to boring as fuck first couple of episodes that devolve into utter shit. Varying degrees of utter shit, but utter shit. I think the only one that didn't waste any time was Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That went right into it in the first episode. So, and like the cultural impact of it, and do people care about the X-Men? Is this too little too late? It's like, fuck yeah. Like, oh, wow, you didn't make an abysmally bad fucking cartoon for 2 episodes. People are going to be like, Marvel's back. Fucking Kevin Feige's turning things around. No. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. So, yes, we're going to point this shit out, and it might feel a little nitpicky. They fucking earn that. They earn that. So, it's forgettable. Like, it's, I mean, it's an X-Men cartoon. It's for kids. I understand that. And they did it pretty much. It feels like it. It does. Yeah. Like when the theme song starts, it's like it's a better sound mix for one. So you hear it in 5.1. It's like, okay, that kind of kicks. That's cool. But yeah, you could see what they're setting up. You can totally see what they're setting up. But they, if they do what they're supposed to do, which is mirror the comics of the time, then all right, maybe you'll make some people happy, and that's fine. But I don't think it's like even. I don't think it's great, and I don't think it's horrible. It's very mid.
Yeah, but it's not going to be. There's just you're going to see a lot of hyperbolic commentary on it, saying it's another disaster. It's not a disaster. It's almost like it almost will just instill a lot of apathy. I mean, I'm just like, do I want to finish? I'll watch the last 5, but after they're all out, I'm not going to watch it week to week. I don't think it's just worth it. I'd just rather just binge it, watch the rest of it play out just to see where the story goes. But I don't know. I think people, I think we'd rather see the X-Men just brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But even then, I just don't trust it.
No, at this point, I would rather see everything stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.